No, it's gonna come on, dude. The audio is always great in an Evan Jacobs, Anadinia Films production. Hey, remember years ago the 4-page thing that guy wrote about walking between the raindrops? And you sent me an email. That was back when we were using emails, and you were like, the subject of the email was bad stuff, and it was a copy of the freaking... Did you remember what that guy said about walking between the raindrops?
No.
Like, he was all the nerve that this person has to not only make this movie, but now he's having a screening of it.
Who was it?
Oh, that guy from the LA Reader. But think about that. I got 4 paragraphs in the LA Reader. So the joke was kind of on him.
I know, honestly. It's like you got 4 paragraphs.
Yeah,
so,
see?
Thanks.
See? Okay, Ice. We're coming back. We're playing the Big Frank show. And to honor Big Frank, why are we doing this?
We were invited.
Yeah.
We were contacted.
Well, no, then we were going to do it, and then they moved the date, and then we weren't going to do it.
Yeah, there was some trepidation, because obviously we haven't done anything in years and years.
There was the 2009 debacle, but we don't need to get into, you know.
No, but I think that, you know, it was wonderful to receive an invitation.
Yeah.
And the question was, can we do this? Who's available?
Right, no, and that's the thing is, so far it looks like, you know, the guys, you know, I'm saying we're going to have what was essentially the original lineup, just because, you know, it didn't start off with Jeff and Popeye, obviously, but it's nice to be able to do it this way.
It is.
You know?
You got to have the OGs.
And, right, and the fact that Popeye and I have started practicing. Popeye, he's good on the songs, I'm good as far as, like, singing. You know, and I mean, have you been practicing? We haven't really talked about your role in this.
Yeah, no, I got the downloads and started listening to them. And it's funny because they're not complicated songs, but there were a couple times I was like, I don't really know what I was doing. I don't really know what that is. But yeah, it's fine.
And it's going to be, what I like about the set is it's going to be short. And we're kind of sticking to the fun songs. Like, we're not doing any of, like, the, you know, the real serious, you know, stuff.
Like January?
Yeah. Heartbreak Ridge. Inside of the Best Kind. We're keeping it smart. And it's going to be great to be able to play with all those bands. And like what you said, to be invited, like, that was a really cool thing.
It was a cool thing.
Yeah. So we just gotta, you know, put on a good set. I am planning, although, you know, you guys will probably try to tone this down, and I don't blame you. Yeah. I'm planning for a bit of theatrics on my part.
Good.
You know, just to sort of keep people interested. And it would be interesting if this thing that we're going to right now, where we're meeting Joe, who's putting on the show, I think he's putting it on with Chris Lisk. So we'll just say that they're doing it together. What if, like, we meet with Joe right now and Joe says, oh yeah, by the way, you guys aren't playing?
I would not be surprised
at
all. All right, well, that was that.
I would be like, well, no, and that's the thing is, because they changed my flight with United yesterday, and so I have, like, I've always had this. I have, like, 5 or 6 connections for the entire flight from North Carolina, when I go out to North Carolina, to coming back home. And then going back to North Carolina. There's like 6 connections. And so I guess my point is, we can still cancel the flight, is what they've told me.
What if something happens to the flight? Here's the question, and you don't make it.
Well,
what do we do then?
The good news is I'm coming out the day before. I'm supposed to be here the Friday. So my point is, if I arrive really late on Saturday, we're still in good shape. Where it would get dicey is if it was like, hey, you're staying over here on Saturday. So you're flying out Friday, but we're keeping you till Saturday, and then you're flying home to California. That could be a problem. But you know what? Just deal with it when we deal with it. I guess Popeye would have to sing and play drums. Hey, Popeye did say he said I have to give him the mic for the beginning of Hangout Times, so...
Oh, it's because he is the guy who starts it.
Yeah, he's here. But you know who the original guy was?
I thought it was him.
It was my brother in the demo, in the hot tubbing demo.
That I don't remember, but I don't want that to happen.
I don't think anyone does. I don't think anyone does. Well.